Midlife Crisis by Faith No More. A pretty basic Faith No More song. You could just dive right into this one. Just kind of has some elongated chords and just a little bit of palm muting and nothing too wild going on here. So just a heads up, the first verse, the guitar is pretty much just resting, tacit, nothing going on. But so the first thing the guitar does is essentially the chorus. So the chorus, it just kicks off with this higher voiced E power chord. Okay, so up here at the 7 on the A, 9 and 9 on the D and G. Okay, for the E5. And we're just going to hit that, let it ring a whole measure. Okay, and then simple enough, from there, next measure, we just go down 2 frets to the D power chord. Okay, 5 and on the A, 7 and 7 on the D and G. But this measure will split up into 2 chords. We'll hit the D chord here, and then for the second half of the measure, we'll just bring it up a set of strings to get the A power chord. Okay, so literally just bring it up and finish the measure that way. So it'd be... Alright, and then we would just repeat that chord progression 3 times. Alright, and then just to finish up the chorus, or at least after 3 of those, then we get into this little pattern here that's kind of just like a little like open chug thing. So we'll just hit a quick E power chord up here at that 7 on the A like we did. Okay, just kind of 1 count. And then from there, we're going to hit some open E string palm mutes. Okay, at about, 8th note pace, and do about 6 of them. Alright. Alright, now we're going to do a quick kind of 1, 2, 3 strum on that E power chord. Alright, and then go back to our open E string palm muting, and just do about 5 of those. Okay, so it sounds something like... Okay, and once we get to the second verse, then the guitar comes in, and it's just kind of doing some real basic, measure long power chord strums, just letting them ring through it. Okay, so the first would just be an open E power chord here. Okay, whole measure's worth. Then we come up to a G power chord on the 3rd fret. Okay, next one would be a B on the 2nd fret of the A. Okay, and then open A. Alright, and then essentially now we repeat it all up to the B. So E, G, and then once we hit this B the second time around, we just let that B ring. We don't go to an A. Okay, and we go through that whole thing twice. Alright, and after we get through the whole thing twice, just before we get into the next chorus, you can just add a couple of little quick extra B strums. Okay, just something like that, just to build up into the chorus. Alright, in the bridge section, which is a lot more just letting open chords ring and what have you, a little bit of palm muting. So this will kick off with the E also, just open E strum for a full measure, and then once we get towards the end of the second measure, we do a little something extra. So Okay, and just before that second measure's out, we add in 3 quick, just open palm mutes on that E chord. So, and they're pretty quick together, you know, because they're leading up into the next chord, which would be a G. So we went. Okay, and from here we kind of do the same thing. We add those at the end of the second measure of the G. We add in 3 quick strums, palm muted strums. All right, and that'll lead us into our B power chord. Okay, but that B we just kind of let ring because we're going to repeat back to that E. Okay, and after we get through that whole progression twice, it's kind of like the verse where we just kind of add some extra strums on that B just to lead us back into the chorus. So it'd be, you know, something like that, just to get us back into the chorus. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.